when my world stops turning, I think about your face.
Welcome. We want to welcome everybody to another edition of Heart to Heart TV and Radio Unplugged, right here at RadioOnFIre.com. We need everyone to share this today. Call in, give your opinions, man. Today we're talking about the violence in Baltimore City and abroad, man, because we know the same things that's happening in Baltimore City is happening everywhere. But we want to know is, what can we do to be a part of the solution? You know, at one time in our lives, a lot of us was a part of the problem. And as we grow and as we mature and as we get closer to whatever God that we believe in, we start to try to learn how we can be a part of the solution. Today, we got an excellent show. We got my man Jay Beats, a.k.a. The Bus Driver. We got my good brother Velly Smalls right here next to me. We got my man Poetic Justice on the way, man. We're going to open the lines up. We're going to have call-ins. We're going to talk about it. And, you know, my man Angel Hendricks is on the way. I see you on the live. Say you're on the way. Man, we want everyone to share, man, because this is a very, very important topic. And, you know, it's an honor to have my guy Velly Smalls on here, man, because, you know, me and him was talking, you know, how he come from two neighborhoods and I come from two neighborhoods. You know, my best friend Poopy Sean, they family. So, you know, they come from, you heard in West Side, certified, born and raised in Orchard Mead he was, but Park Heights is where he reside. And, you know, I was born down the projects and raised, and then I moved up to the North and Longwood. And we was sitting here thinking, man, of how many brothers that lost their lives that was friends of ours. And the sad thing about it, man, he said we don't have enough hands together. So I want to introduce my guy, Velly Smalls, man, and, you know, talk to the people, man, and just talk to them about this uplifting act that you're doing and this excellent song that you and your brother have going on, man. Angel Hendricks, man.
Yeah, well, you know, as we grow up in the city that we live in, and sometimes we don't have our mothers, or sometimes we don't have our fathers, or we just got our mother, and we don't have our father. Sometimes we grow confused, and we get pushed away a lot by some of the people that we probably would want to look up to and stuff like that. But in any aspect, like, me and Angel came up with the song. Well, basically, he put the song together. He had the hook. He said, man, I need you to get on this. He let me hear it. The same day he let me hear it, about a day later, I called him like, yo, let's go in the studio and put it together. It was that simple. He never heard my verses or nothing.
Wow.
He came in there, he heard it. After that, it was over. Like, it was just something about the hook that made me write the verses in that way.
Well, I heard the song, and the song is awesome, man. I mean, we need to get more publicities for that type of music and that type of movement, man, because I always wondered, man, and when I was growing up and I was doing all the wrong things, you know, why did people gravitate to me for all the wrong reasons? You know, when I changed my life for the better and 10 years ago, I walked away from my old life and I never turned back. It seemed like people didn't treat me the same, Valley. Like the same love that I was getting from people when I was in the street, it changed when I turned over positive. And I had to sit still and think about it. And I know that people only come in your life for a couple different things, man. They come in for a reason and a season. You know, everybody that come into your life don't have that love for you or don't want to see you elevate and make it out of the struggle. And, you know, I had a problem wrestling with that for so many years, at least 5 years. And I took it personal. I said, man, all these guys that, you know, I helped out in the world and all these guys that I did so much for when I lived that old life, you know, why I'm not getting the same in return. And then a minister sit me down and said, everyone is not going to have the same heart that you have. Anything, go ahead, brother.
Plus, if it's not benefiting them in the way that they wanted to, then they done. Like, you can be in the street all day and helping people out, but if you don't have the means anymore to help them, or you change your life in a way where as though they don't want to change because they still stuck in that situation, they ain't going to want to be around you because it's not fast no more.
Okay.
It's a difference between hustling and getting fast money and then working and getting patient money. You gotta, you know what I mean? But the work money is for sure. The other money, you gonna spend more of that money trying to keep yourself out.
Absolutely.
Than working and like trying to keep yourself out the game, you know. So it's just like, you know, like everybody lose a lot of friends from that transformation from the street to living you know what I mean, living a 9 to 5 or got their own business and stuff like that, because a lot of people already was caught up in that game period. That's all they know.
Right.
So they're afraid to learn anything else because that's all they know. Unless their minds is, you know, unless they got the same hustler mentality in the work world, they could do the same thing. But some of them don't have that mentality to do that.
Absolutely. And, you know, not to get off topic, also one of the topics before we get into a lot of the, you know, the performance and talking about stop the violence, I was following the Birdman story real heavy. And I was trying to figure out, right, so many years we have had the Europeans rape artists for their publishing, take all their royalties, etc., lock them into bad deals and did everything. Now, I'm not justifying what Birdman did. I don't know the whole story with Wayne. Me and Turk are real cool, and you know, like Turk say, he don't want to discuss, you know, other people's issues. But my issue to Veli, you know what I mean, JB's Diamond and everyone, why was everyone so fast to want to bury Birdman? You know, this is another brother just like me and you, look just like me and you, that took some brothers from the projects of New Orleans and made all of them millionaires as well as himself. Not saying that he did all great business deals, but soon as we found out that the man was doing bad business deals, they say according to a certain assumption, we don't really know, that he owed Lil Wayne money, he owed different artists money. But why couldn't nobody sit down at the table and help this man out and tell him what he was doing wrong and want to iron it out? Because I've seen so many big execs rape so many of our artists out of all their royalties, out of all their money. Their songs is playing on the radio every day, and Diamond been in this game as long as I have. You got some artists that ain't even getting money off the royalties when their songs are playing every day, but you don't see them blasting that exec. You don't see them blasting them, but another brother that come from where they come from, just like them, maybe he made some mistakes, maybe he wasn't completely educated, maybe he just needs someone to sit down. Why is everyone quick to bury him and want to laugh at him? And, oh, he great lose his house, he great lose his match. You see Rick Ross going there laughing at him and tumble, maybe Birdman should have borrowed some money from me. And it's interesting because I remember...
publicized, though.
Right.
If it's publicized, then basically, like, the masses is going to have something to say. But if it's behind closed doors and the business is handled in that way, then wouldn't nobody have anything to say. But now that everything is social and everything is publicized, like, you're going to have your different opinions. Everybody going to say something, hey, he did wrong, he did right, leave him alone, this and that, because it's publicized. Like, if that wasn't publicized and they sat behind closed doors and made that happen or whatever businesses they was doing, would nobody have nothing to say. But if it's publicized, everything's social. So
social media is just killing everything.
Like it's just open business. Like it's open business.
It's just killing everything. And I just, you know, we need to get together as brothers and sisters. Man, I bring so many artists to Baltimore. I was doing the comedy thing now, I'm going to say probably 10 years in Baltimore. And I had a big issue with Radio 1, and I don't mind saying it. You know, I had to go corporate on them because they say that the pen is mightier than the sword. And what was happening, I'm a small time, you know, promoter in Baltimore City. I'm not big as the Live Nations, the Comedy Factories, etc., and none of them. So I'm probably the first brother that ever brought Michael Blackson to Baltimore. So I brought Michael Blackson to Baltimore Valley, and I go to the radio station on Radio 1, and I say, well, I'm bringing Michael Blackson to Baltimore. I want to have him come on interview with Conan and the show etc. I told him I had a $3,000 budget, that I was going to invest $3,000 in radio advertising. They told me that, you know, Mike Blackson is not a big enough artist to come into the radio station, blah, 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 whoop-de-woo. Now, 6 months after that, Valley, the Comedy Factory bring Michael Blackson to the Comedy Factory. I'm riding in my car, Diamond. I hear somebody talking about, what's up, you mother suckers? This is Michael Blackson. So immediately I'm heated. I'm calling my rep. I'm saying, well, how is the Comedy Factory able to get Michael Blackson onto your radio show, you know, to do a live interview? Their budget is not bigger than mine because they don't spend as much money advertising to the small man because they figure they don't have to because of the clientele they have of all our people supporting them. So, you know, they wasn't giving me no answers. They wasn't giving me no answers. So, you know, I put all my complaints down into a pen and I went corporate, and they gave me a favorable reply. You know, they gave me some some radio time, apology, etc. But that just goes to show, man, that we support so many people that don't put a dollar back into our community. And I'm not trying to, boast about nothing that we do, but we invited the news out the last couple years. We invited the congressman, everybody out to what we do. We feed the community every Thanksgiving. I spent about $2,400 on coats for the whole community, book bags, etc. We couldn't get any coverage. But the minute someone is shot or murdered, they break their neck. And what I try to get our people to realize, man, that when we have positive people that's doing stuff inside our neighborhood, that's actually giving back to our neighborhood, we need to support. And it's not that I'm hating on these other companies and all that, but I know the owner personally of the Baltimore Comedy Factory. He live in Miami. I have yet to see a dollar of those millions of dollars that they're making in our city ever come back to our community. So, I just wonder, when we're going to wake up and realize that the only way that we're going to prosper is we support our own. If you look at all the other nationalities, they stick together. Right up Park Heights, up the street from where you was at, Valley, you got the Jewish community. They don't spend no money outside of that community. Once you cross that line past Northern Parkway, they got their own stores, their own schools, their own houses, synagogues, etc. They not taking none of that money out of the community. The Asians got their own community out in Columbia, Elegant City. You can't even understand the signs on the store, but they spending with their own. But when it comes to our own, man, if we open up a store, a restaurant, our own clothing line, everyone got their hand out. Everybody want to say, gimme, 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 man. And we got to break that psychology, because that's a form of mental slavery. And that's why we're on the topic of stopping the violence, because I just want to give shots out to my homegirl, Precious. I know Aki or one of y'all might be listening. And I just had Aki on the show 3 weeks ago, and we was talking about her losing her son, Kobe. And her cousin Precious was always supporting her. And they just had a conversation 3 days ago where Precious was saying that, Aki, I can't imagine what you're going through, cousin. I love you so much. Stay strong. And right after that conversation, a couple hours later, her son was murdered up Park Heights, 19 years old. So I just want to tell, Precious, that, I have you in my prayers. That was 2 cousins lost, Kobe and your son Q. And, just lean on to the God that you believe in, because can't nobody tell you that they can understand losing a child. Even if someone else lost a child, your feelings is your feelings. And I just want to let you know, whatever you do, don't curse the God that you believe in. Because just because we don't understand why things happen, everything happens for a reason. And I just want to tell you that we love you. I want to say to Aki, I want to say to my man Jeff, I want to say to Mia, endless going on, man. It's just so sad and so hurtful that so many of my female friends are burying their children, man. And we got to do a better thing, man. We got so many guys that say they OGs in their neighborhood. But if you're an OG in your neighborhood, why are you encouraging foolishness? Why are you encouraging violence? You say you got your post to the neighborhood and you say that you can do this and do that. Why are you not going back in those neighborhoods and letting them know that the things that you did was wrong? And, try to give these guys some guidance, man. I mean, you can chime in any time, Valley. Just let me know what you think that these so-called OGs need to do back in their old communities.
Well, actually, before the OGs, they got to start at home first, though. At the home front. Like even though it's a lot of single mothers out here, and my mother was a single parent. You feel me? Like my father passed away when we was young. My brother was 15. My other 2 brothers, me and my other brother was young, so he had to watch over us. At that time, so he had to grow up fast. You understand what I'm saying? And even though she was by herself, she still kept us structured and stuff like that. So the guys start from home. You know what I mean? Like a lot of nowadays, like it's not the discipline that we had. It's like it's different rules. Some parents is afraid to discipline their kid the way they would discipline, because it's like you feel like you're abusing your kid. Nah. Sometimes you gotta give them tough love now to show them that. You know what I mean? It's a lot of things that these young kids don't see, like where as though they gotta work hard for what they get. for all the stuff that they get. They got it easy.
We're gonna open the platform up.
Majority of them got it easy. So it's just like once they don't get what they want, whatever form of thing they're gonna do, they're gonna jump out there. There's a lot of them that jumped out there because they couldn't get what they wanted, or they got people around them that don't want to see them do as good as them and be like, nah, yo, come on, let's do this, let's do that. Because there's a lot of kids that probably smart and was going to school or go to school, but they got friends that don't go to school.
Right.
That want them to be out there. But far as OGs, it sounds a lot of OGs dead and locked up. And some of the OGs that try to highlight some of these young dudes, they mind so gone, they not trying to hear none of that. So some of the OGs like, oh, all right, you know what I mean? I guess you gotta learn on your own.
But let me chime in there, and I'm glad that you hit that point, because when I was coming up, you had the lower legs, you had the big legs, you had the Warrens, and you had the Lehmans, you had everybody, you had the Silks, you had everybody that was in our neighborhood, that was the OGs, that was the who's. But even though we rebelled, I can say about the older generation, I'm not putting down our generation. When we rebelled, that's one thing they didn't do. They didn't give up on us. Because like when I was coming up, I wouldn't allow the good old boys, the guys like you say that I know was smart children that was in the school. They'd tell you, I wouldn't let them come on them corners. You know what I mean? I did everything in my power to keep them from there. And I think that's what's missing, because like today it's like they using these young brothers, man. I'm looking at so much social media. I was telling my lady the other day, I'm just ready to get off of social media, because all I'm seeing is violence, and I'm seeing an old dude that's 40 and 50 years old manipulating these 17, 18, and 19-year-old children. Got them putting in all this work, got them brainwashing them and doing that. I'm going to let you get in 1 second. But one thing we didn't do when we was coming up, we didn't condone that. We made them go to school. Now, once they got in the building, what they did afterwards, but we didn't allow them on the corners up in North Longwood when they were supposed to be in school. Yeah. Come on, that just like y'all didn't allow them up there.
Yeah, just
and in this era, they figure, well, these young kids is buck wild, they running wild, and I'm seeing these guys using them, and I'm man enough to put a couple brothers in their place, and I told them, I said, man, you straddling the fence, and what I mean by straddling the fence is you telling these young kids one thing and you doing something else, and that's a line that we need to stop crossing.
Right.
And that's why I had told Diamond about this show years ago. But until I knew in my heart that I would never turn back to the streets and doing no negative stuff, I wouldn't do this show, because I didn't want to have someone that was listening to my show looking up to me, and then 20 minutes later after I leave here, I'm getting caught in a drug bust, or I'm getting caught for a body or murder. At that point, they probably would never trust or believe in nobody else again. So to all my brothers, man, I'm not putting y'all down. I'm not trying to tell you what to do. But if you straddle on the fence, be careful how you mentor these children. Be careful what you're talking to and what you're telling them, because I'm not going to put their names out, because I had some real close brothers that was real close to me when I was doing Fed time in 03 and 04. And they was running a mentor group, Valley, over in East Baltimore. And they had all the kids. I mean, they rolling. And I knew what these guys was into, because at one time we ran the streets and they didn't go down when I went down. So when I seen what was going on, it was very troubling to me. I mean, they was working in schools. They was doing this. So I get a newspaper article one day. All we do is read. All you could do is read and write when you in. Mm-hmm. So, we ordered the Sun paper. One thing, we was in Elkton, Ohio, so we read the paper. Like I said, I'm not going to say anyone's names. Big article. Drug dealers out of East Baltimore convicted with a certain amount of kilos of this, running a trafficking organization. And to top it off, they was mentoring over 100 children in school and after school. Caller, we're going to take your call right now. So what I'm saying is, 5 of those children, Valley, when I tried to get out and talk to them, said they would never trust nobody else again, because they said Mr. Such and Such told us everything we was doing wrong, and we turned on the news and we seen him in handcuffs. I'm going to go to you, but I'm going to get this caller. Caller, you on Heart to Heart Radio, Unplugged TV and radio. Caller, state your name and let me know what you talking about today. You there, caller?
Peace.
Islam Mo, how you doing?
Man, I'm alright, bro. All is well, bro. All is well. real, bro. Just checking in, man, here in the East. You know, I know y'all live and thriving, bro, but I'm just checking in. I don't know specifically the topic at hand, but it's definitely a pleasure to be tuned in, man.
Well, I'm glad you tuned in, Sheik Alex, pray the ill, man. You come from down in that D.C. area, man, and won't you speak a little bit to the people, man, of how the violence destroyed the area where you come from? Because I was just looking at some of your throwback Thursday pics from a couple weeks ago, man, and how y'all was talking about the brothers that you lost. So, you know, just talk to the people, let them know that it's going on here and down there in that D.C. area where you from, Sheik.
Oh, no question, bro. Man, this live and thriving everywhere, bro. Yeah, definitely, man. I salute and my regards and salutations to the city of Baltimore, Charm City. You know, man, y'all stay prayed up, man, and move through the city swiftly, man. But yeah, bro, it's definitely reckless in the old chocolate city and AKA the new chocolate city, PG County. I mean, you know, young brothers, man, is just moving at a pace, man. Whether it's that Molly or whether it's, of course, the rap music and on my end, you know, go-go music, you know, got brothers in the trance, man. So, you know, you know, they run amok, man, not even knowing what they doing. Just doing what they do and trying to get a quick fix and come up, etc. I mean, unfortunately, just last week, I was with one of my friends, and she had, you know, I had her car, and she wanted to go get some gas, and lo and behold, man, pull up in the gas station, and three young brothers, you know, they you know they was a little off their rocket, but to pull up to the gas station, and they enter into the doorway of the gas station. Needless to say, I'm at the pump, and I'm coming out. And then, lo and behold, I approach the door, and it's an Arab brother, Muslim brother, working behind the counter, and he popped the door. He locked the door, and he locked them in there. And it was unfortunately, it was another brother in there, but he was the brother that was in line previously. He was intoxicated, just out of his mind. But lo and behold, once again, I'm approaching the door, and he popped the door, and I couldn't get in. And the young brother, you know, they were just out of their mind. They kicked the door open.
Wow.
Trying to kick it, they didn't. They didn't kick the door, but they attempted to. Needless to say, the brother, once again, the brother's in line, and three other young brothers coming in the store, and lo and behold, the brother that was in line, he just popped off. Somebody, man, what y'all trying to rob me? Y'all trying to rob me? He set me up, etc., blah, blah, blah. And lo and behold, one of the young brothers just pulled a strap out, you know, a gun, and yeah, got at him right then and there. He ain't bust him, but he definitely made an attempt to, man, I ain't nothing to be played with. And just that moment's notice, a quick second, you know, young brothers, their lives is lost. Just an incident of that magnitude. So
let me ask you something, Sheik. You know, they down in the D.C. area and well as Baltimore, and I'm pretty sure you down with it, Valley. Was you down when they passed the new law where they want to give stiffer sentences if you get caught with a gun? And my question that I want to ask all these congressmen is, where's the stiffer penalties for the people that's giving them the guns? Now, Valley, in our era, I'm not saying that people didn't have guns, but where these young brothers getting all these guns from? Not only guns, but I'm talking about heavy artillery. I mean, these guys got AKs, I mean, machine guns, and I understand that, you know, y'all want to make it harder on that young Asiatic brother from this local community, but we're not the brothers or the sisters bringing these guns in. So where's the harsher penalties for these people that's bringing all these guns into our community? Because, man, I've never seen so many guns flooded in Baltimore streets like this in my life. And before you chime in, Sheik, I'm going to let my man Valley, you know, chime in on what we're talking about. Then we're going to come right back to you, Sheik.
Yes, sir.
Man, I'm about as mind-boggled as you is about that situation. But, you know, like when you were saying about the OGs giving up, like, basically, they giving up on us just by even giving us the work, though. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day. Because if they cared, like, yeah, I used to get ran away from the corner and stuff when I was younger, but as I got older, it just was like they wasn't, like, giving up on, but they just like, dang, he old enough to see how life is. So it's my choice if I want to stay in it and get knee deep in it, or I decide to leave it alone. Got old enough where that's life was getting phony for me, and I left it alone. But at the end of the day, now it's like, you know, these young dudes, they're influenced by a lot of stuff. Music, what they see, and everything. back then when we used to see stuff, right around back in the day, we used to see stuff. We wanted the cars, we wanted the money, we wanted to have everything that they had because they had more. They had houses, they had jewelry and stuff like that. They was providing. But now they ain't got nobody to look up to. They ain't got no providers or nothing. They want that chain, they want that watch, they want that belt, they want them pants that they gonna wear for like 2 or 3 weeks because they ain't really making no money out there.
Well, let me tell you this. One of my episodes, I'm trying now to try to have a mobile video guy where they can stream it live because I went diamond around North Baltimore, West Baltimore, South Baltimore, East Baltimore. And all the destroyed properties and ran down houses. What else do these brothers got to look to except for the dope man and that killer ETC? All the Rex is closed down. They talking about closing 6 more schools in Baltimore City. So if they closing all these schools, Belly, where are they going to go? They're going to cram 40 and 50 children into one classroom. So now you got them have to travel through 3, 4, maybe 5 different neighborhoods. You know, they don't have nothing to see but the gangs, but the tore down properties, but the violence, but the drug dealer. And I'm going to let you chime back in, you know, Al, before I let you go on this topic of the violence in the D.C., man. You got 2 more minutes, man. I want to thank you, Sheik, for always tuning in and everything on this Stop the Violence, or he dropped. I know you listening, man. I just want to say thank you, Sheik, you know, for calling and talk about this Stop the Violence, man. And I can't save nobody. You know, I'm not trying to be a saint. I'm not trying to be none of that. I'm just somebody that made it out alive. You know, Lil Wayne's song, man, I always listen to. He said, you know, and I'm paraphrasing, you can help me if you heard it, Velly. He said, out of all the things that he's done and other people dying, why is he still alive? And that's what Wayne said. He wanted to know why he was still alive. And me and Turk real tight, and I want to tell Turk, man, because I know he's going to look at this live. When you get with Wayne, tell him he's still alive because the God he believes in has a purpose for him. And you know, the God that I believe in is Allah, and I know he has a purpose for me. Because by 18, they told me that I was going to be gone. And that wasn't not only friends, that was, you know, God bless my parents' soul, but the way I was living, no one expected me to make it past 18, and I'm 43. And I'm just grateful that I'm able to go back into my neighborhood. I stay in the North and Longwood neighborhood. You know, everybody say, well, man, you don't walk that walk no more. Why are you going back in that neighborhood? How can I not go back in that neighborhood when I was a part of the problem? And you know, we got a great show for y'all, man. I know y'all don't know what's great happening, but we got a whole bunch of great artists here, man. We got Angel Hendricks in the building. We got Jay Beats, a.k.a. the bus driver. We got Velly Small. We got my man Poet Justice over there. Is that correct? Poetic who? Poetic Reese. My bad, man. And, man, I'm telling y'all, man, all these songs. Dude, we got our theme song. I forgot to tell you. I can't go to a break without, man, playing my man 5151 Reese, man. He made my Radio on Fire, Heart to Heart Unplugged drop for this show, man. And, man, y'all got to support these brothers. I'm telling y'all, when y'all hear these songs, these uplifting songs about stopping the violence and uplifting our community, man, I'm telling y'all it's going to blow y'all mind, man. These some talented brothers. And the show is just going to keep getting better and better. It's going to get global. I'm trying to figure out how I can tie it in because I'm supposed to be going to Philly. But we're going to go to break, and when we come back from break, we're going to go into the performances, y'all. It's Heart to Heart TV and Unplugged radio show.
Yeah. Y'all already know what time it is it? 5150. Yeah. Heart to Heart TV Radio on Fire. Tune in. Yeah. Friday, 6 o'clock p.m. Pull up. Heart to Heart TV and radio. We be kicking new flavor through your stereo. Ooh, kill 'em, this ain't Lil Terrio. Conversing around the table like a merry-go. Yeah. Real talk, all facts only. No fakes, no frauds, no phonies. Nope. Every Friday at 6, you just gotta call in. Whole team ball hard, so we all gonna win. Hey. Big dreams, great topics. Pull up or tune in and you can watch now. Hit record when it's on. Grinding from the bottom till we hit the floor. Tell them networks better cut the check first. E-Talk, hit me up like homie, let's work. 5150 really giving you the best work. Speaking from the heart when we talk like your chest hurts. Straight up. Unplugged with the plug, we show love, so pull up. Unplugged with the plug, we show love, so pull up. Unplugged with the plug, we show love. show love, so pull up. I just punch. Yeah. You already know what time it is it? 5150. Yeah. Heart to heart. TV, radio on fire. Tune in. Yeah. Friday, 6 o'clock p.m. Pull up. Heart to heart, TV and radio. We be kicking new flavors to your stereo. Ooh, kill 'em, this ain't Lil Terrio. Conversing around the table like a merry-go. Yeah. Real talk, all facts only. No fakes, no frauds, no phonies. Nope. Every Friday at 6, you just gotta call in. Whole team ball hard, so we all gon' win. Hey. Big dreams, great topics. Pull up or tune in and you can watch it now. Hit record when it's on. Grind it from the bottom till we hit the floor. Tell them networks better cut the check first. E-Tunk hit me up like homie, let's work. 5150 really giving you the best work. Speaking from the heart when we talk like your chest hurts. Straight up. Unplugged with the plug. We show love, so pull up. Unplugged with the plug. We show love, so pull up.
Check.
Unplugged, we show love, so pull up. Unplugged with the plug. We show love, so pull up. I just punch. Yeah. You already know what time it is it? 5150. Yeah.
Check.
Radio on fire. Tune in.
Check.
Friday, 6 o'clock p.m. Pull up. Heart to heart, TV and radio. We be kicking new flavors to your stereo. Ooh, kill 'em, this ain't Lil Terrio. Conversing around the table like a merry-go. Yeah. Real talk, all facts only. No fakes, no frauds, no phonies. Nope. Every Friday at 6, you just gotta call in. Whole team ball hard, so we all gon' win. Hey. Big dreams, great topics. Pull up or tune in and you can watch it now. Hit record when it's on. Grind it from the bottom till we hit the floor. Tell them networks better cut the check first. E-Tunk hit me up like homie, let's work. 5150 really giving you the best work. Speaking from the heart when we talk like your chest hurts. Straight up. Unplugged with the plug. We show love, so pull up. Unplugged with the plug. We show love, so pull up. Unplugged with the plug. We show love, so pull up.
Check. Check.
Check.
Can you prop it up over there?
Just hold the phone up like before. If I could.
You want to turn that way? Check. We on? Want me to move his in some more? Welcome back, y'all. We back to Radio on Fire, TV, Heart to Heart, Unplugged. One of my first performances for the night, man. I made the plea out, man. I wanted to get some brothers, man, that had some uplifting music. Because we going through some tough times right now in Baltimore City, man. We have to stop this violence, man. And I just want to say, man, that everyone that lost a loved one, that we have y'all in our prayers. And we're going to start it off, man, by asking my man, you know what I mean, Jay Beats, a.k.a. the bus driver, man. Tell the people what's going on in the state of emergency that we in Baltimore City.
It's a lot of crime, man, and hate, envy, violence, man, that, we need to put to an end. You know what I mean? And, I just think, everybody needs to just stay in a positive mind, and help one another, you know what I'm saying, and get out this mentality we have, this get over, everybody just need to come together. We could be a unit, you know what I mean?
All right, well, I want you to let them know, man, introduce your song. This is our first performer of the night. And talk to the people about your music, man.
Yeah, well, I got some, different sounds going on, man. Bus driver world, but this next joint I got is called Last Stop. And it's related to violence, man. We should all come to a last stop with everything, that's going on negatively. So, this next joint here is just called Last Stop.
All right, let me know when you're ready, Diamond. We ready. Caller, you can call back, caller. We're going to get y'all. We ain't forget y'all. We appreciate y'all listening and calling. Call if you're still there after the performance. Call in. We got you.
J Beats, a.k.a. that bus driver.
Whittier Avenue. Whittier Avenue. Destination Avenue.
Let's stop, got a problem if you wanna take it to the next stop. Move on door, let them know I know they hit that gas rock. There's a problem, better take the next stop.
You better take these notes down if you ain't tried them. You ain't got it all, then I got them. These chicks be looking at me as if an A-man is like right beside them. Now I become a target when you see me, then I spot them. Before you step foot on this bus, is there a mother problem? Don't press me if I ain't ask you. You a peanut man and I cash you, cause I'm riding around and I'm getting on my Benzies and wouldn't gas you. I hear your conversations talking like you gon' harass. So you think that joint is funny until we ride past you. Outside it is raining, it's cold, how you maintain it? I ain't got a job, cause I got a job, so ain't no sense in complaining. See me, I ain't got a rock, even though I drive still 9 to 5. Damn cats in that work, yeah, that 9 to 5, but I'm late. You better get this, and the clock talks when I tick it. And I would tell you to sit, but you too fruity, man, at least citrus. Hold up, wait, witness, watch me, I need witness. Shit, I try to bust you, assume that all the tools come, put this. Last stop, got a problem if you wanna take it to the next stop. Let them know I got it. Last stop, hear that? That's the problem, better. Last stop. Yeah, all these violence, man, we need to come to an end with it, man. Make it the last stop, you know what I mean? Yeah, gotta check it. No wine, I'm no clown, ain't from no circus. We gon' murk it, talking to you on your market. Said get off that Perkins, try to cut me off. I have you think that accident's on purpose. Why you thought I'm hands up when you see we not in service? Look, ain't nobody on here riding with me. The whole time now you was trying to get me. Yeah, I can hear you, I really couldn't meet right, but the little weak right, so I was trying to fish it. I don't want to take that, you was trying to take with a stand low. Who trying to quit me? DJ for no free, but your bucks really gonna cost like $1.60 like that. I didn't hit him in the face. Told him I ain't wanna hear that I'm 20 minutes late. That's right, no crew bangs. Turn right and we take up a few lanes, like 2 lanes. Just the way that we do things. I'm different, no 2 chains. See the uniform rocking and 2 blues. All I do is win, you lose. Everybody wanna be a world star, but I don't play. I put you on YouTube. You buy houses, we flip them. We a mafia, 3-6 them. The MCs need a mic check, so I check them off, then 3-trip them. Go against me, you the match your match. We put your fitted on, I shut your cap. If they say we late, don't conversate. Before you catch a case, time to catch a heck, you better wait. With no bench, I'm pop jobs. No sense, I hear you say that you make beats, but I make hits. Don't flinch, yeah, gotta do just what I gotta. To the passengers and my riders, yeah, you gon' learn today. Don't play with us, but try was right. You know what I do with a pen. Give it to God, he do with his sins. You say that you do it the way that I do it so nobody do it again. Last stop.
Let's stop. Got a problem if you wanna take it to the next stop. Move on door, let them know I gotta hit that gas.
Take it to the last stop, y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Problem, better take the next stop. Move on, take the next stop. Let's stop.
Please exit at rear view and exit.
Come on, y'all. Give it up, man, for J Beats, a.k.a. the bus driver, man. Come on over, man. I just want to tell you, man, that
young men
much respect, man, much respect. You know, and this is what we do, man. You know, me and this guy don't know each other from A from B, but we know we got one mission. And that one mission was to come on Heart to Heart TV and Radio Unplugged and get this message about stop the violence, man. I want to tell you, man, keep pushing. Indeed. Keep showing your face, man, because they need to see brothers like yourself to let them know, man, that there's more people out here in the world that can survive that's other than the drug dealer, other than that gangbanger, other than that killer, man. I just want to thank you for coming on Heart to Heart TV and Radio Unplugged. Indeed. Man, I want you to stick around, man, until the show not over, man. We're going to network. We're going to take some pictures. Coming up next, man, this brother, man, he sent me his link. I was so impressed with this song, man. I was, man. I want to y'all give it up right now for our next performer, man, that's spreading that positivity, that's stopping the violence and all the negative stuff, man. My man, Poetic Reese. And who you got coming in here with you right now, Reese, that's on that track with you, man? Ashley Harris and my man Poetic Reese, man. Come on over, man. Give it up for him. Man, I'm going to give y'all the 2 mics, man. Just introduce yourself, man. Come on in so they can see you some more. I want to thank y'all for coming to Heart, man. I thank you, young lady, for coming on, man. And you tell them a little bit about yourself, man, then bless them with that track, man.
What's up? My name is Poetic Reese. I'm here with Ashley Harris. We released a song probably, like a month and a half ago? Yeah, probably like a month and a half ago. It's called Praying for My City. It actually went viral on Facebook, Instagram. We got a lot of love back. It's pretty much a song that we decided, I know we were sitting, I was like, yo, I got an idea. Like, I'm sick of this and I'm sick of that. Let's just make a song about Baltimore and, the violence. But it's not just about Baltimore. It's for every city. It's violence in every city, especially, a large city. It's violence in every city. So we were like, it can be relatable all through the world. Everybody go through something. Everybody go through, trials, tribulation. Everybody go through death due to violence and due to the streets. So, like I said, the song we about to perform is called Praying for My City. I'm about to give it to y'all. I'm ready. When you ready, Mr. DJ?
Though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me.
Praying for my city, Baltimore.
Look, I'm praying for my city cause we in the war. Body steady dropping, I can't take no more. Make me sick to my stomach, man, this shit insane. To see my people fall victim in this wicked game. They gave us tools just to self-destruct, and the mask of designer, so we can't see what's up. We blinded, please Lord, please remind us. These streets ain't got no cut cars, they killing minors. I'm so sick of all this rest in peace. It's not naturally the devil working, so it's street casualties. My black folks is dying. They killing us, we killing us, it's like nobody's trying. Mom's just crying, daughters gone missing, damn they kidnapping children. What will it take to wake us up from this long sleep? Just imagine one of these kids, they won't make it home. They think it's magic, one in the chamber, then they gone, but they wrong. I'm just praying for my city. I'm just praying for my city. Damn, I hope I ain't alone.
Praying for my city. People dying every day and it's getting so ridiculous. We're out in this world living every day without a clue what's going on, yeah. But bottom line, we gotta come together and help make this city better, yeah. But why we wait? Oh, I'm gonna keep praying for my city, yeah, 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 yeah. Praying for my city. We're praying, we're praying, praying. We're praying for my city.
Damn, I hope I ain't alone.
Baltimore. Praying for my city. Lord.
praying for my city, y'all. Like I said, my name is Poetic Reese. And right here.
She's trying to just drop the mic. Come on, y'all. Give it up for her, man. Hey, man, Poetic, man. That song, man. Good God Almighty.
Thank you.
That song had to be global, man. I want to know, like, man, I'm amazed, man. I'm amazed, man. And that's what it's all about. Baltimore, we making a plea. You know, I see a lot of my young brothers that's on my live from over east, west, everywhere. Quan, talking to you, yeah, I'm putting you on the spot. Keep striving. Keep doing what you're doing, young brother. I love you. Don't give up. Don't turn back. Sometimes it's going to be rough. Sometimes it's going to be smooth, man, but just keep following me. You followed me in the old way. Follow me in this marvelous light the way we walking now, y'all. Give it up for him one more time, man. Y'all hang around, man, because we got to flick it up. We going to our last performance of the night, man, and then we know whatever time we have left, we're going to move it forward. Right now, man, we're going to bring my man Velly Smalls and my man Angel Hendricks to the building. Come on to the floor, gentlemen. This is another powerful song, man, that's going global, y'all. This is what it's about, man. We trying to stop this violence in Baltimore through music, man, because what? Music is uplifting to the soul, man. I'm going to turn the mics over to you, Velly. Introduce yourself and let them know about this hot song y'all great bless them with.
Yeah. What's going on? My name Velly Smalls from Baltimore, period. This song was created by my man Angel. He put the hook together. He sent me the joint. He was like, man, it's something we could do for the city, man. Knock it straight off. As soon as I heard the hook, a day later, hit him up. Let's go to the studio. And we rocked it, knocked it down. And people love it. This is the song, Lord. You want to say something, Angel?
Just that the reason why this record is the positive record that it came out to be is because of Velly. The hook, I was kind of painting a picture of the average dude in my city and how we feel that no matter what's happening, we got to adapt. We got to protect ourselves. We got to live days to provide for our families. Velly really brought the positivity to us, so I just want to thank you for that.
No doubt. Let's go. Tell me a little bit more.
I will not fear. Rebel King. They got up in my city. Yeah.
I can't get as loud as I want.
Get it.
They got up in my city.
There we go.
That's why I keep the 30 with me. And I ain't got shit to care about.
Ain't worry about
love.
Hold up.
Nigga like the last thing they worry about.
Yes, I am a living testimony. I should write my own scriptures. Half these preachers, they false teaching. I'm confused about religion. Hell yeah, we got a new mayor, but is she gonna deliver? It's gonna be a cold summer. Another soul being snatched by a pistol. All we do is pray for a better day, but it gets worse by the minute. Yelling, please stop with the killing. Then glorify all the killers. The savages numb out the feeling. From drinking lean, pop the prescriptions. The high wears off, they number get called. Then they convert into Christians. It's a war zone, trying to get home. I'm just grateful for living. Even Jehovah convinced this life is over from the things that he witnessed. All the loved ones we lost. Got our emotions on empty. Everything tested is given. Praying the Lord will forgive me.
Lord, they dying up in my city. Lord, that's why I keep the 30 with me. Lord, and I ain't got shit to care about. Lord, nigga like the last thing they worry about.
Hold up.
never said that I could save the world, but I could change a few lives. I never said I had every answer, I could give them advice. I won't pass judgment on anyone, I'm not a predictor on life. Parents could abandon them, all for the love of the pipe. Feeling rebellious from a childhood that they didn't experience. On the block with a pack of blowers, they only experience. Dropped out of school, they best friend the tune, ready to handle some business. About to knock a head off for a new boss and Unplugged the mortician. So when will we honestly realize that this generation is genocide? Parenting guides not utilized, everything changed over foolish pride. Waking up thinking of homicides, bullying turns into suicide. Every word mentioned is coincide, the whether they fear if they live or die.
They dying up in my city. Lord, that's why I keep the 30 with me. Lord, and they ain't got shit to care about.
We ain't worried about nothing.
Lord, nigga, like the last thing they worried about. Rebel Gang.
Ladies and gentlemen, Valley Smalls.
All we can do is pray, man.
Man, thank y'all for tuning in to another week of Heart to Heart TV and Unplugged. We see y'all next week with 100 Grand and Dose Man, Secret Society, y'all. Peace.